weekend's action or look forward to Rangers heading to take on Fenerbahçe on Thursday. Let's do that now. Regular listeners will know that Gordon Dalziel, as much as he tries, he's not a Turkish football expert, right? He's just not. So we thought we would get someone on to give you inside track on Fenerbahçe and what Rangers will face. So let's speak to Amit, who's on the line. How are you?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you inviting me to your program. I'm doing good. How about you guys?
We're all good. It's a pleasure to have you. Fenerbahçe on a very long unbeaten run stretching back to December. I take it they will welcome Rangers in really good form?
I think so, because as you know, in the Turkish Super League this past weekend, well, the number one team in Turkey, Galatasaray, losing 2 points, and Fenerbahçe winning with the big score 3-0. The gap on top in the Turkish Super League is 3 points, as you said, since December, and Fenerbahçe is winning, and they're closing the gap. One time the gap was 9 points, and they're Yusuf En-Nesyri is scoring the goals for Fenerbahçe in the recent days.
Is he the main threat to Rangers then? Because there are a lot of familiar names to British football fans. You go through Fred and Dzeko and Tadic, Alanson Maxim, who's Tossen's there as well, Amrabat, lots of familiar names. But is he the main man to watch out for?
Right, all those big names, but you got to remember the special one is with Fenerbahçe also. So with Jose Mourinho, he loves the European competitions, and he is very much different when Fenerbahçe he's with Fenerbahçe in the European competition. So Fred will be not playing against Rangers because he's suspended. Also, Osai Samuel will be suspended, but you have players like Tadic, Dzeko, and Nesri Kostic, and their new transfer on defense. Skriniar is probably the best guy on the defense right now. And if you ask me, I don't know what Mourinho is going to come up with the defense, whether it's 3 or 4 man defense. And I think if he plays with 3 men, I think the young physical Rangers team will have a chance to score on Fenerbahçe.
So elaborate on the style then. What sort of style will Jose Mourinho, or what sort of style does he tend to play?
I think in the last match we saw he played with 3 man defense, but he sometimes plays different formula in the European competitions. I think, as you know, Fenerbahçe is the only team left in the European competition, especially in the Europa League, after Galatasaray said goodbye last weekend. So this is going to be something for a high price tag coach who came to Fenerbahçe in the beginning of season, and price tag is 12 million euro. And I think Ali Koç paid a lot of money for this coach, and I think with they have a high hope getting the Europa League trophy. But that's down the road. I think they have to surpass Rangers at home with a 12th man on Thursday. I think the 12th man will be a huge difference for Fenerbahçe.
Yeah, it's famous, I suppose, for the hostile atmosphere. Is that still the case? Is it the way that we over here perceive it to be? Is it going to be a difficult atmosphere for Rangers to play in?
Right, definitely. It will be a full house. And you will also have 2,500 Rangers fans right now. I think they're traveling to Istanbul. They will be bused from Taksim Circle to other side of water. They'll cross the Bosphorus Bridge, go to Fenerbahçe Saracoğlu Stadium, and it should be a good match for both of the fans.
Talk to us more about the manager then. One of the most famous and well known in world football. I take it the locals are impressed with the job he's doing. Is he still as box office as ever?
Well, whenever you have a coach like Mourinho, he's always attention from world media. That's what happened sometimes in a good matter, sometimes in a bad matter. As you know, in the derby match against Galatasaray, some of the things he said after the match. That brought a lot of controversial, as you know, between Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe fans and clubs. There's a very bad blood between each other that keeps going, especially now the gap is only 4 points on top, and Galatasaray is nervous, and Fenerbahçe will not play this weekend. After playing Thursday match, they have a bye weekend, so Fenerbahçe doesn't play until March 16th. So they will recuperate, get ready for a second leg match of Rangers. So I think they're pretty much in a right track and not having a match this coming weekend.
Rangers have had a difficult period domestically, but they've been very good in the Europa League this season and finished top 8. How are they perceived? Are they perceived as a team that could be dangerous and could hurt Fenerbahçe, or are the local side expected to be big favourites?
If you talk to a lot of people in Turkey, they say that Fenerbahçe should have no problem. But I myself watching Rangers match, even though they're in the domestic league, the Rangers team is not doing too good lately, and not having a real coach on the sideline with the caretaker coach on the sideline. As a matter of fact, that coach that you have right now for Rangers played in Istanbul against Fenerbahçe in 2001. And I think that would probably be a huge difference in a coach playing against a coach like Mourinho. But coaches don't play the football match. The players do on the pitch. So I think Rangers has a very physical, running young team. And I believe with especially guys like Dzeko and Nesri and Tadic, who's getting old, and on top, if I don't know how Mourinho is going to use this team, but I think looking at last weekend's match in the Turkish Super League, we might see a new transfer, Talisca, coming into the match, even with Irfan Can Kahveci, who's very fast player on the side. So Fenerbahçe has to use both sides to give balls to En-Nesyri. As you know, En-Nesyri scores the most of goals with his head.
Well, I think we'll leave it there. It's a good preview. We now know a lot more about Fenerbahçe than we did before. Thank you to Bob Turgott for giving us his insight there. So you couldn't have done that. But you do love Mourinho, don't you?
I love him. Absolutely. He's a picture in my wall.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he
I think I look a wee bit like him. Him and Gert Müller.
Name.
Yeah. Do you not think so?
You think you look like Jose Mourinho?
Yeah, a wee bit. A lot of people have complimented me on that.
Said no one ever.